maybe an attempt at a little bit of a lightning gun armor drain. Looks like we're going to get neither. Pyro jumping off and teleporting out of there. And we have no armor pickups for the yellow. Plague leaves red, expecting that maybe Pyro picked it up early. Mega going to Plague, a little bit delayed. Red still up. Yellow
Red is still up.
Incredible.
Wow, and Plague was actually still able to do. That was a huge. Well, you know, Pyro really had no idea that Plague was going to leave the red there for so long, but nonetheless, he did have the opportunity to go grab it. But I will say that Pyro is doing the smart thing right now by not being aggressive in the least, not challenging for the items he knows he'll pay for. So we're going to be able to see Pyro step back from this one, think himself through, and wait for Plague to make a mistake. And that rocket to the face from Plague might be the mistake that he was waiting for. So now we're seeing Plague have to back off a little bit. Doesn't have anywhere near a perfect stack right now. So now Pyro can lay down some prediction rockets. Moving in with the LG, Plague's having to hot skirt out of there and move around looking for armor that isn't there, grabbing up a little bit of health. And now we're looking for Pyro, and he's going to be able to grab that red. Very nice play from Pyro in order to maintain control there.
And Plague is expecting the play from Mega in just a few seconds. There it is. He's going to lose it, but he has done a bit of damage, and he is just sneaking his way around the map, being very silent, very quiet, very careful. I'm liking it. Now, the other thing to note here is that Plague's rockets, while they've been solid, in that last exchange, Pyro has had the upper hand. He's been able to force Plague to do a lot of self-damage, and here, Plague is in between lava and a hard place. RJ's out. That's a great maneuver there. He's able to pick up Mega, and he's going to try. Oh, he's probably wishing that he'd gotten that shot there because he's going to die. Had he gotten that rocket jump out of the Mega area, he would have had dominant position and would have been able to rain in rockets. Either way, Pyro makes him eat a whole lot of LG. Down he goes 3-2. This thing is a one frag game, and there's only 3.5 minutes left to go. Nice predictions by Pyro. Pyro looking to tie this thing up here. We're gonna hop over to his point of view.
Regardless of there being a limited amount of time left in the map, this match has definitely turned around. Oh, maybe I spoke a little bit too soon, but so far as this has been turning quite a bit around in Pyro's favor because he's been able to get Plague out of there, soak up enough damage where Plague is not going to be going for the red, and Pyro's been able to grab it for himself for the last couple times. Yes, we're seeing a lot of damage being exchanged by both players, and it's going to be very tense for both of them, knowing when they need to be aggressive and when they need to back off. And now we're seeing the fight over the red, both players down, and Plague's going to be able to get it.
But just barely. He survived that fight with 53 health. One more rocket would have done it. Mega is up. Mega goes to Pyro, so we have a red armor and Mega exchange, and whoever secures the most armor here will be the top dog. Let's take a look. We got 100 for Plague, and Pyro has a 124 and only 4 armor. There are no shards left up either, and nice weapon choice by Plague, burning Pyro down to a mere 70 health. And rockets are not your best friend in that particular position. Pyro showing up late in order to have his position mean anything. And he is now on the defensive, has the lower stack between these two. Mega goes to Plague, hopping over to Plague's point of view. Plague has the advantage, has the one frag, and with time working away, he should win this fight. I like the choice here, backing off. He doesn't need the frag. He backs off, maintains the resource dominance, and has only eaten a bit of splash from Pyro. And this may secure him. Oh, eating that rocket. He walked straight into it. He had all day to dodge that rocket. He walked straight into it. And that, oh wow, LG saves his life. 4-2. Only about 1 minute left to go.
And even though the score, you know, Plague's been on top the whole time, but this has been a very, very close match. Both players fighting very hard over resource control, and throughout each skirmish they've, you know, thrown a lot of damage around. But with 1 minute left to go, Plague has a good chance of taking this one home, but it was no walk in the park for him at all, and I will say that this has been one of the more interesting matches we've seen tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it, and Plague's gonna come out on top, but only by 3 frags, and it was neck and neck really right up until the end. Final Mega goes to Plague. That should give him a frag here, but this was a seriously close match. I mean, we had the thing tied for most of it, quite frankly, and fantastic work by both players. Let's take a look. Accuracy-wise, 35% for Plague. And we're going to see perhaps one more frag here. Plague is looking for it. Yeah, he gets it. And it looks like best weapon was indeed the shotgun for Plague for this match. Pyro, on the other hand, should get a frag here. There it is. 25% accuracy, plasma gun as his favorite weapon. So I like how they each used their favorite weapon for their final frag of the night. 7-3 is the final score, with 4 frags total for Pyro, but of course 1 lost in the heat of battle. Very nice exchange between these two players. Plague looking to defend his newly gained crown. Let's see who's up next.
Yeah, I've seen some unfortunate names in my time. Disaster, not the worst I've seen, but definitely going to be rooting for him during this match. But Plague showed so solidly, and the M13, but it looks like we're going here, and 3 seconds left to go on the clock. I'm going to be seeing how Disaster gets the spawn off, and he's going to be getting the red armor spawn, dropping it straight down from the bridge onto it. Mega is gone as he's moving out into the arena, and that Mega is going to go to Plague, who is now sitting on top of the rocket launcher, waiting for Disaster to come up, and there he goes, and he's going to take the rockets to the face, backing off with the LG, but he doesn't really have a leg to stand on as that red armor is miles away at this point, and he's switching over to Gauntlet, quieting things down. A very smart choice by him, being able to push away a little bit and grab some yellow, regain some health. That would be good.
Now, Disaster had the opportunity but never went to go get a railgun, and I think that he's really paying for it here. Play coming up very strong. Nice switch up to the LG. We're going close range, and finally Plague switches up and says, okay, shotgun not working for me, let me switch up to rockets and bounce you around to throw off that LG aim. Picks up first blood. Over to Plague's point of view. He grabs red, RJ's up, and is going to try to cut off Disaster here.
Now Disaster got catapulted all the way down to the bottom floor, leaving him with only 8 health, and that's going to be less than 8 health now, as Plague is going to LG him right out of the air for that second frag.
Now here Disaster needs to run. He cannot challenge for red. He could hope to steal it, but Plague is definitely ready and wary for it. And finally Disaster going for the rail, but at the worst time possible. Plague looking to finish him off with a shotgun, just going to wait for him. RJ's up, and there finally gets the frag.
Now Disaster spawning on top of the bridge. Red is coming up, but Plague is knowing that he's got no chance in hell to make a grab for it. Plague's getting there right on time to grab that red. And with 4 health and full control of both red armor and Mega, gives him a very copious stack right now. Disaster going to be heading up that
nice.
that pad. Bad idea because Plague's got the rail. And
there's a great set of combo
not the place you
there.
want to go if you're hurting anyway.
And Plague showing off his complete, well, he's very adept with every single weapon there. He just used a shotgun, a lightning gun, a rail gun, and rockets, all in quick succession. And he just pulled out the plasma gun. Looks like he's showboating a little bit. Coming back towards red. He has quite a bit of shaft damage there. He does get Plague down to 3 health. Disaster had 4 health. So Plague for the first time backing off, but really backing off at the most perfect time possible. And he knows the timing of the items.
Yes, he times them items. And Mega is still up, but it looks like Plague's going to be taking a bit of a side trip, soaking up some damage from that plasma. Not a whole lot though, he's still got 35 left. He was able to make that rocket jump up there and make it nice. That was actually the right way to go, because going through any other way he would have opened himself up to that plasma. Nice rail coming up the lift there. But that rocket jump, though it dropped him down to a low amount of health, that was really the way to make it to the Mega.